Holy moly. Versatile Vigilante, December 2020. Finally, man. What a year. We made it. Fucking made it, everybody, Skin of our teeth, but we made it, man. What a year, bro. Fucking one for the ages. I remember in March, I'm like, nah, COVID's not gonna last. All this shit is fucking lockdown shit's not gonna last. Bro, I gotta admit, I took a L on that one because this shit's lasting pretty much the whole fucking year. But hey, man, we still made it. It's still an accomplishment. This has been a difficult year for everybody. I don't know anyone who's just been 100% on the road all the time. It's been, bro, pretty universally like a wild, wild, wild year, man. So today's episode, I don't even know where to start. But first, I want to shout out Ride or Tie Dye, man. Shout out Kristen from Ride or Tie Dye. Got me the custom Versatile Vigilante. This is as rare as it gets, bro. Everyone custom clothes and shit. I love that. That's my favorite shit. If anyone likes these, hit me up. We'll see what we can do. These are five of five, so extremely rare, but they're fucking fire. Came out way even better than I thought they'd come out. So shout out Ride or Tie Dye for sure. Let's get into it though, man. So this year, I was reflecting on this year. This whole year's been about reflecting because we haven't been able to really go outside, right? Like, we're forced just to stay kind of in certain positions and move around how we can. And to me, it's been a lot of like personal tests, like seeing how can I maneuver here, how can I maneuver there, how can we make something out of nothing? Because you can't just rely on outside factors to determine your mood, bro, because then you'll get fucked up, especially since there's so much negative shit around. We can't just follow that wave. We got to have our own waves. This year definitely like helped or hurt the creative brain, I feel, because to go be at your best, I think you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, and to do that, it's mental, but it's physical too. Like you physically have to go places. Like, you can't live your life on the internet, bro. Like, I'm on Instagram a lot, whatever. It's cool, it's funny, but it's boring after a while. Let's call a spade, because life's supposed to be lived, bro. It's not supposed to be kind of cooped up in the house. And I related it a bit to The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary. That was a few months ago. That was right at the beginning of the lockdown and all that. Bro, Michael Jordan got hurt in his second year, I believe. Ankle injury or whatever. He was out for pretty much the whole season. And he was just itching to get on the floor because he's like, man, I know what I can do. He was a young guy, second year. He knew what he can do, but he had to be forced to kind of sit on the bench. And that's how I feel this year has kind of been like, I know mad talented people. I know mad, like, really cool people. And a lot of ideas had to kind of be put on the shelf for right now. And that's a difficult thing, bro, because I know shit's going to open back up, whatever, at some point. Who knows when, but at some point. But to stay kind of indoors and be isolated, even if you're with people, it's still kind of different because you're not in the same like rhythm as typically you might be, or I might be at least. So it was a fucking big challenge because I'm like, bro, I'm tired of practice. Like, I'm sick of practice. Like, everything we're doing is practice. I want the games, I want to go. If you have like, oh, maybe I'll try this, you want to be able to go try it, The idea is sick, but the execution is really like the crazy aspect, So I don't know, bro. Long story short, it felt like Michael Jordan a little bit, man. Hopefully that success comes too. But I don't know. It was interesting to look at it. And when I first watched the series, that was the main thing that caught me too. Like, damn, this guy, I didn't know that. I didn't know he missed the whole year because he was hurt and he was coming up. Like, he wanted that next spot, man. And that top guy, he wanted to be a champion. And he had to be pretty much just sit on the bench for the whole year. And I could only imagine how difficult that would have been. But I kind of feel like I do kind of know now. Because it's like, fuck, we've been on the bench the whole year. We have to stay in shape physically, mentally. Like, you can't just let yourself go. You can't, go down those dangerous rabbit holes. Easier said than done. But to stay on the bench is hard, bro, because you want to win. and you're like, fuck, I can't win right now. Let's just stay on the bench, you know? So I've been thinking about that. I don't know if that's something that made sense to anybody. I never fucking really know if anything I'm saying makes sense to people, but that's just my thoughts, bro. That's, if anyone kind of understands us, shout out to you. Hit me up, because I think that's an interesting conversation to have, you know? And that's kind of touches on my last episode I did. I was talking about like, yo, you got to give yourself credit for things that happen, because we're so hard on ourselves, you know? Like everything's so serious. You know, if you make a mistake, if someone fucking gets upset with you, you take it so personal, all this type of shit. Bro, fuck all that shit, man. We got to take care of ourselves at the end of the day. That's why I say you got to give yourself credit where credit's due, because I don't care who you are, bro. There's no one that's going to take you where you need to go. You have to do the brunt of the work yourself. Having a great network is huge, bro. It could help elevate you, but you have to still put the work in, bro. It's like a player that's the best player in the world, a basketball player, best player in the world, but he's on a shit team. What are you going to do? Nowhere. You're going nowhere. But if you're whatever, a good basketball player on a great team, but you stop putting in the work, that's going to hurt you too, right? Like, you're not going to get carried in this life. That's how I feel. I certainly am not, bro. Maybe a fucking guardian angel will come through or some shit. Maybe I already have one. Who knows? But, yo, you got to keep that shit moving, man. Michael Jordan is a perfect example of that. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but fuck. You're not telling that guy no, bro. That's one thing. You're not telling that guy no, so you know, you got to hold yourself down, man, because I don't know who else really will. We try to help each other as much as possible, but we're all individuals at the end of the day, right? So, bro, it's important to show yourself some love. Give credit for how far you've come. Like, fuck, bro, just go into the end of 2020 from the beginning without fucking losing it, I think, is an accomplishment, because there's been so much bullshit going on, man. Like, overwhelmingly amount of negative world news, you know? And I'm a guy who tries to stay away from that shit. Like, I don't want outside factors influencing me. But this year I felt like, holy fuck, like it's kind of hard to ignore everything, right? So this year's been hectic. I fucking feel that way. I think it's been craziest year I've been alive for. I'm sure most anyone who's listening would agree. So, yo, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody, man. Staying on the bench this year, it wasn't too fun, but we'll be out balling soon. I'm telling you. I said that in March. I still believe that. We'll be out balling, man. Balling like MJ. You know? So that's kind of what I was thinking about. And the other thing that really came to my head this week was LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and social media in general. Bro, I'm looking at it this week and I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, it's way too serious. Like, it's taken way too seriously. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but yo, Instagram and all that shit, it's actually cool. I use it quite a bit. I fuck with it, but it's seen as like a legitimate like extension of a person, bro. Like, you're not your Instagram account and your LinkedIn profile. I see this a ton with LinkedIn, like people just changing their vocabulary and like writing some wild shit on LinkedIn is always interesting to me. But it's like, yo, it's fine to do that, but it's not your life. Like, you have to understand, a tweet does not mean it came from your mouth. You typed it out, you know? It's LinkedIn, like a status, you typed it out. Instagram, a picture, like it's a filter. Like, it's not really us, bro. Like, you have to understand that. It's not really, really, really you. And I just think it's taken way too seriously. Like, there's so much clout to be had off it. And also, like, people cancel, quote unquote, cancel each other on fucking, based on tweets and posts and shit. I'm like, man, is it really necessary to slander someone's whole life off of something typed? Like, it's not them really saying it, you know? It's very strange. It's very strange. And I'm someone who uses social media often too, so obviously hypocrite life here, but it's crazy to me, man. It's taken way too seriously, like canceling people. Oh, let's cancel. Like, bro, you're typing on a computer. Take it easy. Like, internet gangsters, internet businessmen, bro. That's the thing about COVID. We've been inside so long, think everything can be done on the phone. That's not true. You can do a lot of shit with your phone, but it's still just practice and strategy. Like you have to execute, and it has to be done outside, bro. Like LinkedIn superstars and Twitter superstars, let's see in real life, bro. I want to see that. Like that, I'm curious. I want to see how you are in real life. Like I don't see fucking you guys balling that hard in real life, bro. So COVID will end at a point. I'm just reminding people of that. Like, yo, don't take this shit too serious because you can while out on social media, bro. That'll come back, I think, man. So chill out with the fucking social media, bro, because it can fry your brain. The political shit at the time was killing me, like seeing all this political beef, and it's never positive like discussions about these subjects. Like it's always hype, clout, or aggressive, like passive aggressive shit, like just fighting, like political parties fighting. Even if you like have a difference of opinion in music, it turns into like a beef. Like holy fuck, bro, we gotta chill out with this shit. It's not fun. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That shit's not fun. It's boring. Like it's not a conversation. We're not progressing. It's not positive. Like I just don't feel like any of that social media shit, when it's taken too seriously, I don't think it's a positive thing, bro. You get wrapped up in that shit. It's some virtual reality closer than real reality, bro. Like I don't know. Crazy to me, man. LinkedIn is not your life. Twitter is not your life. Instagram's not your life. Content's not your life. Real life is your life, bro. Okay? Nothing's perfect. Everything's perfect on LinkedIn. Everything's perfect on Twitter. Fuck that. All right? We're all fucking out here just trying our best. Stop with this clout shit, bro. I don't like it. Stop with the canceling people online. I don't like it, man. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to whoever's listening, but I just don't like that shit, more or less. That's why I want to say it. So chill out the fucking social media, bro. That's what I wanted to say. And then the other thing I really wanted to touch on, bro, this year really, again, reinforced how I feel about individuality. Like I was really thinking about that at the beginning of the year too. Like, man, we really have the keys to our own life, bro. Like you can really do what you want to do. It's a very scary thought. People will say, oh, not really. Like you can do this, do that. There's consequences for what you do, but you really could do anything you want, man. Even in a pandemic, you can go against every rule in society, but like it takes a lot of balls to do that. It takes, it's not an easy thing to do. But this year really reinforced how like, yo, you really have to follow your path, because if you're following someone else's path, it's not going to be suited to you. We're all trying to do something, bro. Everyone has their own thing. You can't cut up your fucking like path to make it fit someone else's. Like yours is custom made to you. That's kind of why I mentioned I fuck with like custom made clothes and any like custom shit, because it's very individual. Like it's from your brain. It's an idea you have. I just think it's cool as fuck. Like this is not being sold on shelves, Man, individuality is such a huge thing, and I don't know, I think people undervalue a little bit because it's scary to kind of be on your ones in a way. Like when you're doing your own thing, it's not like you have people around you all the time, so because they're doing their thing too, right? So it could be a lonely type of vibe, but it's very interesting to see, because you can see ideas that you have fall into place. And that's why I try to support anyone like doing creative type shit where you're just putting yourself out there, putting yourself out there, meaning it's coming out of your mouth, it's your brain, it's your ideas. I respect that. Like anyone doing anything, bro. That's why I don't believe in like canceling people based on like a virtual thing, because I want to see who you really are. I want to see what you're about. You can be a star on Twitter, you can be a star on that, but if you're not really doing it, I don't know. That's just me. People might disagree with that. I don't really care. It's how I believe. I think sometimes you just gotta throw ideas out there and see how it goes, because there's fucking no formula, man. 2020 should have showed us all that. Like, there's no clear path. It's no formula. It's a year of just crazy shit happening all the time, and life's gonna get crazier and crazier. Like, that's a fact too. So we gotta put some shit out there, man. We gotta all kind of, we don't gotta all, but some of us have to put some shit out there where it's like, yo, this is mine. Let's put it out there. Let's see what happens. Who cares what people think? Fuck the like objections and judgment. Let's see how it goes because it could work, man. It's been done in history before. People who tried shit out, it ended up working, right? If you're just gonna listen to whatever everyone else is doing, I don't know how far we can go. But if we can kind of do some shit that's custom and individual and really organic, bro, some good shit can happen from that. I think that's just me. That's my opinion. But that's more or less what I wanted to talk about today, bro. It's just a rant, like always, all over the place, but we'll get some guests in here, have some more like conversation pieces. This is just, young Vince ranting like a motherfucker. And, oh, I want to give a couple shout outs, though. Shout out the movie Bliss. Anyone who's been talking to me lately, I know that I've been talking about the movie Bliss with Dora Madison. She's an actress I like a lot. Unreal, man. It's like a horror, like punk movie. Unreal film. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Very like stimulating. I didn't know what would happen. Unreal film. So highly recommend that. And yeah, that's about it, bro. Shout out everyone doing their thing. Young, old, male, female, gay, straight, any race. I don't give a fuck. Any type of person that's doing your own thing, not really worrying about what other people are thinking about, and just trusting yourself and trying to start a little lane for you. I rate it. You have a supporter in me. Come fucking Versatile Vigilante podcast. Let's link up. Anybody doing anything. Fashion, music, movies, science, sport, anything, bro. Shout out to all you. We're out here. That's for sure. And then one more thing. This is a side clip. Relating to the Michael Jordan discussion too, we could learn something from sports with their off season, bro. Like they go super hard during the season and then they have some time off. We all need relaxation, man. It's important for an athlete to relax, and it's important for the everyday citizen to relax. Work's important. Family's important. Friends are important. Giving yourself to other people, it's taxing though. Okay? So working and doing a lot of other stuff like being a good friend, being a good family member, it does take things out of you. You need to relax, bro. If you just I do at least. I need to like take time for myself to just fucking chill and like really just get back to basics, get the engines to neutral, get the engine to neutral like Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers, So yo, let's take this some time. I think hopefully some people will have some time off in December and shit. Let's take some time off and really regroup. Fuck these conflicts, fuck these fights, man. Let's just chill out, get back to basics, and get ready to fucking ball. That's my thoughts, Versatile Vigilante shit, man.